After beating the Falcons at Lambeau 30-16, the Packers head into their bye with a perfect record 4-0.
We wanna party hard at every Packer game.
What's up, Packer Nation and YouTube Nation? It's Duke with your NFL Week 5 update. Alright, the Packers were on their bye this week, but 29 other teams played. Let's go over predictions, then we'll go over scores. I picked the Panthers over the Falcons, the Chiefs over the Raiders, the Cardinals over the Jets, the Steelers over the Eagles, the Rams over the Washington football team, the Ravens over the Bengals, the Jags over the Texans, the 49ers over the Dolphins, the Browns over the Colts, the Giants over the Cowboys, the Seahawks over the Vikings, and the Saints over the Chargers, and the Bills over the Titans. All right, so those are my picks for week number 5. Let's go over scores real quick. On Thursday, the Buccaneers and Bears played. The Buccaneers lost to the Bears 20-19. The Bears are currently 4-1, while the Buccaneers are 3-2. All right, today's games. The first game was the Panthers and Falcons. The Panthers beat the Falcons 23-16. That makes the Panthers 3-2 and the Falcons 0-5. All right. The Raiders beat the Chiefs today 40-32. The Raiders are 3-2 while the Chiefs are 4-1. The Cardinals beat the Jets today 30-10. That makes the Cardinals 3-2 and the Jets 0-5. The Eagles beat the Steelers. The Steelers beat the Eagles. Sorry about that. 38-29. That makes the Eagles 1-3-1, while that makes the Steelers 4-0. All right, the next game is the Rams and Washington football team. The Rams beat the Washington football team 30-10. That makes the Rams 4-1 and the Washington football team 1-4. All right. The next game is the Bengals and Ravens. The Bengals lost to the Ravens 3-27. That makes the Bengals 1-3-1, while the Ravens are 4-1. And the last morning game is the Jags and the Texans. That makes the Jags lost to the Texans 14-30. The Jags are 1-4, while the Texans are 1-4. This afternoon's games, the Dolphins are currently beating the 49ers 27-7. The Colts are currently losing to the Browns 10-17. The Giants are tied with the Cowboys 17-17. And tonight's game is the Minnesota Vikings at the Seattle Seahawks. I picked the Seahawks to win, but I'm really hoping the Vikings can pull an upset. All right, then tomorrow's game is the Chargers and Saints. Then there is a game on Tuesday this week. That would be the 4-0 Bills and the 3-0 Titans. The Broncos and Patriots game has been postponed to next week. You're about to say that the Broncos play the Dolphins next week. That game has been changed to later in the year. So the Broncos are playing the Patriots next week unless more people get COVID, which hopefully they don't. So the Broncos and Patriots don't fall really far behind. Okay, so divisions this week. Let's start off with the AFC East. In first place is the Buffalo Bills at a record of 4-0. Next place in second is the Patriots with a record of 2-2. Next in third place is the Dolphins with a record of 1-3. The Dolphins are up 30-7. Then comes fourth place, which have the 0-5 Jets in fourth place right now. All right, let's move on to AFC North. The Steelers currently have that division with a record of 4-0. Then in second place is the Ravens with a record of 4-1. Then in third place is the Cleveland Browns with a record of 3-1. And the Bengals are in fourth place with a record of 1-3-1. Let's go on to the AFC South now. In first place of that division is the Tennessee Titans with a record of 3-0. Next place is the Indianapolis Colts with a record of 3-1. Next place, third, is the Texans with a record of 1-4. Then last place in that division is the Jags with a record of 1-4. The Texans and Jags played each other today, and the Texans beat them, so that's why they're in third place and not fourth place. All right, let's move on to the AFC West. In first place of that division are the Chiefs with a record of 4-1. Then in second place of that division is the Raiders with a record of 3-2. Then in third place of that division is the Chargers with a record of 1-3. And in fourth place of that division is the Denver Broncos with a record of 1-3. All right, let's move down to NFC now. And the worst division in football right now, which is the NFC East. The Philadelphia Eagles are currently in second place of that division, or first place of that division, with a record of 1-3-1. That tie has an advantage over them, or has an advantage. So that's why they're in first place. Then come the Cowboys, which is the Cowboys are currently 1-3. Then come the Washington football team, which is 1-4, and next is the New York Giants, which are 0-4. Let's go to the NFC North now, and that's the division the Packers are in. And currently, the Packers are in first place with a record of 4-0. Then come the Bears with a record of 4-1. Then the Lions come into third place with a record of 1-3. And then in fourth place of the NFC North is the Vikings with a record of 1-3. All right, let's go to the NFC South. Currently in first place of that division are the Buccaneers with a record of 3-2. Then in second place of that division are the Panthers with a record of 3-2. Then in third place of that division are the Saints with a record of 2-2, and in last place of that division are the 0-5 Falcons. All right, let's go over to the NFC West. In first place of that division are the Seahawks, which have a record of 4-0. In second place of that division are the LA Rams, which have a record of 4-1. Then the Arizona Cardinals take third in that division right now with a record of 3-2, and the 49ers are in last place that division with a record of 2-2, and it looks like soon to be 2-3. So those are your division updates. Other updates in the NFL, the Broncos and Patriots game has been postponed. I might have told you that already. So the Broncos and Patriots don't play this week. Then the Titans and Bills play Tuesday. Let's hope that they actually play Tuesday and don't postpone another game, because the Titans are already behind, and the Bills are, if the Patriots can't get healthy, the Bills are probably going to get behind, because the Bills play the Patriots for the first time soon. All right. In other news, the Texans fired their GM and head coach, Bill O'Brien. So they and they won today. They beat the Jags. They are set to play the Packers in 2 weeks. They play the Titans next, and they're at Tennessee. Then they head back home to play the Packers. The Packers game against the Texans should be just straight up loss for the Texans. Then the um, yeah, I think that's all the news for this week. Then, yeah, next week the Packers head to Tampa to play um, Tom Brady's Buccaneers. Um, Tom, the Buccaneers lost to our rival, the Bears, 20-19. So, um, and after the game, Tom Brady had his little fit in the locker room. For he threw his helmet and he had no idea what down it was on fourth down. So he yelled at his team saying somebody needed to tell me it was fourth down. Then another teammate responded saying, you don't have Bill Belichick anymore, the Patriots head coach. So for the Packers, I have a pretty good feeling that they'll take this game since they've had a longer time to get ready for the Buccaneers. This is going to be another ultimate test like the Saints, but since we got it done with the Saints, I have straight up faith in the Packers. We get our top wide receiver back, Devontae Adams, and we get some of our defensive line back, and that player includes Kenny Clark. He's a really good run stopper, and I think he has some sacks this year. So, anyways, I guarantee that we'll be able to get the job done against the Buccaneers. And I'll talk about this after during week 8, but that's going to look different for the 49ers game because the 49ers game is on Thursday night, and we won't have really any time to get ready for the 49ers. But I currently do not know if Jimmy Garoppolo is playing in the 49ers game this week. I highly doubt it since they're down 30-7. But yeah. But I bet we can get the job done if we can focus. It's really important for the Packers to get the tiebreaker over the Buccaneers for the playoffs. We already have the tiebreaker over the Saints, which is good. So if we start losing, which I know the Packers do not plan on doing, the Packers will get a better seed in the playoffs than the Saints if the Saints can screw their heads on and play some actual football. And yeah. So yeah, that's it for all I have. Tune in next week. The Packers game is at 2:25 p.m. next week. So I do not know when I'm going to make the video. I might need to make it later after the Packers game. But I will just think about me posting later next week since the Packers play during the afternoon next week. And like always, please subscribe, comment, thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell. and I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, go Pack, go, baby.
Oh yeah. Y'all,